didn't always love rehab. By the way, I've done at least 800 rehabs. Some people think that I'm down on them, and there was a time that I was down on them. After the recession, after 2008, it was not a very good time to rehab houses. Why? Because the people couldn't get qualified, plus they were running scared. They weren't selling them. They're hard to sell. Is that true today? No, it is not true today. It is a great market today. It's a vibrant market today. In some pockets of Atlanta and any other city, the prices are going up, and they're going up pretty quick. It's a great time to be rehabbing houses because it's a great supply of qualified buyers. As long as you do a good rehab job, which you better get trained on doing, or you're going to do a bad rehab job. Or you're going to spend way too much money on it. It's a great time doing 2 of them right now. I just did 2 of them. In fact, my sister BJ you met, her and I just sold one here recently. We netted $59,000 on it after we rehabbed it. However, down payments and deposits on executive houses are a whole lot easier money. And frankly, do it correctly, it's just as big of money. Is there anything wrong with you having a rehab or 2 going on while also working the other parts of the business? Would that be a smart thing for you to do? Or should we just focus our whole life on rehabs? Oh God, what a lousy existence that is. I know, I did it for a lot of years. Rehab, 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 rehab. Never know when your check's going to come. Always waiting, always picky buyers and picky banks and contractors, and all of that crap that goes along with rehabs. However, when you get that check, it wasn't all that hard. I want you to have plenty of other income streams coming on within real estate, not just do rehabs. But I'm telling you, rehabs are fun. Just make sure you net at least $50,000 on it, or should, or don't mess with it. Is that fair? Hello? Yeah. Guys, I net $50,000 on $130,000 houses. We're not talking about high-priced houses here. There's one I just did. In fact, when I bought this house, they didn't do the landscaping in. When I bought this house, I paid $26,000 for it, and it did not have a kitchen. I mean it did not have a kitchen. She was doing her dishes in the bathtub. Paid spent $40 rehabbing this thing, sold it for $129,900 at $66,000. I netted $49,900, so I'm a little bit short of my $50,000. I'll make it up on the next one. Okay? And incidentally, I let a realtor sell the house. I don't want to mess with it. I let a realtor sell it. When it comes to finding qualified buyers, let the realtors mess with them. If you can't pay a realtor to sell your house, you pay too much. You don't have enough in it. In fact, here's a thought. What if we let people do what they do best and get out of their way so we can do what we do best? That's a revolutionary new thought. What do realtors do for a living? Well, they sell houses, don't they? Yeah, they do that. They like to go out and show the houses and put people in their back seat and the kids puking all over their car or whatever. They like that stuff. Okay, not me. In fact, we don't show houses. When we're selling our houses on terms, we put lock boxes. Well, we don't even put lock boxes on them anymore because we found they were too sophisticated for the buyers. So now we put the key under the mat, which is what we used to do way back before they came out with lock boxes. Anyway, let the realtor sell a house. So here's the plan. You make offers on the house, and I do that from my iPad sitting on my desk today. The pictures are right there in front of me. The deposit isn't due until 3 days after the offer is accepted, and I get 1 out of 12 accepted. 1 out of 12. I go look at the house then, and I either accept it or I don't, and I turn down several. I'm telling you, I've turned down 2 this month. That pictures didn't do them justice, okay? For whatever reason, I said, no, I don't want this one. So no deposit. Kill it right there. If I like it, send the deposit to the realtor. It's up to them to get all the paperwork done. I sit around and wait till we can close, and you're either going to get a private loan or you're going to write a check at that time. Remember, anytime you write a check and buy a house, you can always get a private loan and get it back anytime you want the money if you don't get out of the house quickly. That's how I buy it. And it ain't hard to do. And in the old days, we used to go riding around looking at the houses. I could spend days looking at houses to make the offers. Holy crap, I wouldn't want to do that anymore. That's a lot of work. Today, it's done on my iPad. They give you all the information you need. And all of you can get realtors to send you these leads every single day. I use listingbook.com. Listingbook.com. But if they don't have that wherever you're at, they have something just like it with a different name. Your realtor can set you up with a daily influx of these houses. There sits the address, the picture of the house, and the asking price. Punch on it, and here comes all the information. You can punch on a comps button to get comps, punch on the photos to get photos. You can see the whole inside of the house. I'm telling you, it's so easy. I make offers from my desk. When they get accepted, I buy 2 or 3 houses a month from the bank. And what I just showed you is what I do with them unless I rehab them. Got 2 rehabs going right now as we sit here. That, however, everything that I just described to you is about 10% of my real estate business. About 10%. I'm about to show you the other 90. You're going to like the other 90. Fastest way to get a large check is without using your money or credit is a down payment or deposit on a higher priced house. Now listen to me. You have the ugly house business, which are all cash deals. Mostly through banks, but some FSBOs. The one I just showed you was a FSBO. Most of them I buy, however, are through banks, through a realtor. Realtor does all the work. Realtor makes the offer. I just do an email and sit around and wait, go look at it, close on it. And then whatever exit I'm going to do. I do not wholesale houses. I do not wholesale houses because it's giving away all the money. And I've learned I can get just as much from a non-refundable option deposit and keep the goose as I can wholesaling it to an investor up front. Why give it away when I can get an owner-occupant's money about as easy as I can get an investor's money and still have the asset and sell it for a much higher price? Owner-occupants pay way more than investors. Those investors are cheap, man. They want to steal everything. That was a joke. Okay. So I don't sell to investors. I sell to owner-occupants. So I buy them, and I either install a lease option tenant buyer in them, as is, where is. Don't touch them. I give them a discount on the price, but all the repairs are their baby. Go repair it with your money, your labor, and when you get a chance, go get a loan on it and cash me out at a discounted price, but not that much discounted. And in fact, I sell it to them at the retail price in its as-is condition. Make sense? That's called work for equity, which is something I invented way back in the early 80s by accident. That's my favorite exit strategy. I am not going to have time today to tell you why, but I will tell you this. You will make at least twice as much money on one of those as you will rehab and retailing. And the problem is you get most of it later. So rehabbing and retailing is good if you get a big check. Work for equity is good if you want money now, money monthly, and money later. But that's just the ugly house business. Now we get into the pretty house business. The pretty house business is on beautiful homes in beautiful neighborhoods, and it has nothing to do with the ugly house business. In the pretty house business, it's not about price, it's about terms. In the ugly house business, it's all about price. All about price. In the ugly house business, we buy them at a deeply discounted price or we don't buy them. In the pretty house business, I can pay over retail price and still make a boatload of money with no money out of pocket and no risk and no money to borrow from anybody. Let's see what I'm talking about. The key is terms. No terms, no deal. No terms, no deal. Repeat after me. No terms, no deal. Got it? Okay. There's 3 kinds of terms to buy. You can buy on a lease with an option to buy. You can buy with owner financing, or you can take over the debt subject to, or what we call get the deed. That's the only 3 kinds of terms. So the whole game is this. Get sellers coming into your system, which I'll show you how. Get property information sheets filled out by virtual assistants, which you can get done when you're ready. They come to you. You pick out the ones off the sheets that have said yes to terms, and then you make the calls to those that say yes, read my scripts, and make the appointment with the ones that you like the answers they give you on the scripts. Got it? Hello? Our VAs will even generate the leads for you by going online in your area and pulling the FSBOs off and calling them while you're asleep or whatever you do. You will generate some of them yourself and send them to the VAs. You don't need but a handful of these property information sheets a week, and you're going to get all the houses you need to either lease option, owner finance, or take over the debt subject to. I told you I'm buying one today. Which one of those three am I using? I'm using the bottom one. Seller don't care. They're just deeding me the house and walking away. They don't care. All right. The real money's in the monthly cash flow and the free equity and the appreciation. So let's focus on making money now, money monthly, and money later, all on the same house. So we get cash and residual. So we create golden geese. They just keep on laying golden eggs. Unlike wholesaling and retailing, where the poor goose is dead. We try to keep as many geese alive as we can, but each deal will dictate whether we keep them alive or not. And it is true, some geese just got to die.